time. Just want you guys to know, I'm looking at doing a blind playthrough of The Outer Worlds. Um, I do not know anything about the game other than it was done by the creators of Fallout New Vegas, and it's got something to do with space. And that is the limit of what I know about it. I have intentionally kept myself pretty spoiler free through the whole thing. So, as you can see, I haven't even fired up the game yet, so let's kick it off. Sorry, shutting down some extra stuff here. And since this is my first time firing up the game, don't be surprised if I'm moving elements around, just like my camera feed and everything like that, because I have no idea what the UI looks like, so I don't know if, you know, my camera feed down that corner, or the titles and stuff out that side are going to cause issues. Good, the stream is actually working. Okay, here we go. Awesome, graphics settings picked up right. If you do join me in the chat, feel free to let me know about the audio levels, etc. I think the music might be just a touch loud. I'm going to turn down the music a little bit if I can find it. There, okay. There, now hopefully you folks can hear me. Now, the only other piece of information I've found out about the game is that the character creator is pretty in-depth, so definitely going to take a look at that. Sight unseen, I know the guys that made New Vegas made some parts of it really brutal if you cranked up the difficulty, so I am just going to go on normal. Call me what you will, but that's what I'm doing. We'll leave subtitles on, cinematic subtitles on, bark subtitles. Oh, interesting. Okay, we'll leave that on too, see what it does. It's a very bright screen.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Ooh, very big Fallout vibe from that puppy. Good. Stuff looks like it works just as well there as it does here.
hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Character creation. Cool. 6 points. Oh, wow. This is crazy in depth. Okay, knowing these guys, I'm going to want more strength because being able to carry stuff. Yeah. Okay, so each point adds 10% melee damage and 20 kilos of carrying capacity. Reload speed. See, the default makes me want to just pop each of these up, right?
You're about as subtle as the Spacer's Choice mascot. You're a few stars short of a constellation. You've run into your share of lampposts.
Oh my. See, not having any clue about the game, I don't know if it's a game where I can play the sniper role and get away with it, or if I'm going to be clobbered with stuff all the time. What kind of character do I want to be? This could take a while, folks. Like, where do I want to take a hit? Sure. Oh, bloody hell. I don't know how to spend these points. Oh, do I just drop them into...
A crack shot. Capital.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Things tend to vanish off tables whenever you're around.
Yeah, sure. Let's see what's in aptitude. Select a career aptitude that your character possesses. Each aptitude corresponds to a small bonus.
Class
We'll go
A. Oh, right. Test
scientist
subject.
assistant. You know, because science. Should I try and make somebody who looks just like me? Highly doubt they have pink hair. What if they have pale ass Irishmen? There we go. Ooh, we've got fun colors. There we go. I don't see what this is doing. Oh, it's like literally the eyebrows. Ooh, that can get into some creepy stuff. We'll leave the eye separation. Yeah. There we go. Anime eyes. Bloody hell. I got a big nose. Weird, it doesn't let you set the size of the jaw, just how high up and down it is. Definitely of the fuller cheek variety. Do they have mohawk? Oh my. Close. There we go. Except it needs to be long and messy like mine. Oh, maybe it'll let me do a beard. Oh, wow, comes complete with unibrow. Yep, that's crazy. Getting some pixeliness. I'd have to make sure that the game's running on my NVIDIA card. There we go. Yeah, not doing makeup. Your standard scars. Oh wow, you can go super badass and have a scar on both eyes. Yeah, nope, this guy's just gonna be a pretty boy like me. Ooh, now he's an old pretty boy. There we go. Oh boy. Caps lock was on apparently. All right. Yeah, good enough.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines. After care to be
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Okay, so it's called skip jump in this one. Very pretty cinematics.
Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 90%. Skip drive
Shit.
inoperative.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck! Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
There you go. I was throwing out a tweet that I'm streaming.
Ah,
A
you
little bit of
find it.
chunkiness
Good.
there.
Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Cool. Doesn't look like any of my stream elements are in the way of anything at this point. Fire's a little bit rough. Standard FPS controls. Looks like it was made in the Unreal Engine. Probably have to check that. Let me guess, Control? Yeah. Ooh, critters. All these dead people. Apparently that was a bad guy who's dead now. Those are some pretty wicked animals there. Get the impression I was spotted. Here's hoping it's got a short memory.
You see now, you've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
That's a bit of a drop. Ow. Oh, I see. That's all part of the tutorial. Okay. That sounds like living people down here somewhere.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed
number two.
lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Going with persuade.
Okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
This dude's an idiot.
The Hope? Is
There we
that
go,
some
that's
sort
number
of
two.
fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Can you tell me
You
where I am?
hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
I'm out of here. Just got a bunch of stuff fall down over here. Okay, I may have to rebind my push to talk or rebind the melee attack button. Rebind the melee attack. Push to talk is pretty standard for me. There we go. All right, there we go. Yes, I'm robbing the guy blind. Okay, guess I gotta shoot my way out.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Good radio technology. Hibernation complications detected. Tactical time dilation. Cool. Due to complications stemming from being revived after extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. Pressing the Tactical Time Dilation, TTD, button slows down the world, giving you time to think as well as take action. You have a limited time in this mode. Standing still drains your TTD meter very slowly, while moving and attacks make it drain faster. The TTD meter refreshes slowly over time. That's my Q key, apparently. That was fun. Oh, neat. Odd. Can't loot him. Guess those are called sprats. Armor management. Cool. Consumables. components. General. I don't know what these things are. Mag pick. Used to pick locks. Really? Okay. Quests. Junk. Sprat hide. Yeah, I can sell it. And so in my journal. Codex. Oh boy. I know. Thrilling, isn't it? It's good to know all the little tips they're giving me I can revisit here. Companions of some sort. Cool. Wouldn't be an Obsidian game without some booze. It's an outhouse.
Yeah.
Let's see what picking's like. Really? Melee weapons. Interesting. Okay. Ah, that's how you go. Oh, I am not going to be able to keep up with this freaking journal. Cool. These guys are downright oblivious.
Would you pay?
totally did not go as planned. Gonna stick to the gun. Good, you heal over time too. A couple of marauders down there. Oh, maybe not.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
Let's go the cocky route.
You pulling my limb? I mean, yeah, of course. Marauders. Bunch of addle-brained derelicts. I could round them up all by myself. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son.
Wow. Do I talk her into it? Yeah.
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Back to work.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Gotta loot the body. Canid skull fit, okay. Where's the dude that died behind the rock? Where's the one that made it up further? No, there were 3 of them. Ah, here we are. Lots of goodies.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
You have no idea, lady. Cool. Fast travels.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Smile for my surveillance device, Marauder. I am tracking your every move.
Part of me wants to shoot the camera. Nothing.
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities.
Yeah, let me get right on that, lady.
Back away from the navigation console, intruder. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am
She said
authorized to use
astrogator.
violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
Isn't she pleasant?
Jettison procedures initiated. Please engage in airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarded parties in 5,
That's cute.
4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Ooh.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
Okay. I get it. You must need me to be Captain Hawthorne, or you can't fly.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
I don't remember what my engineering score is.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty.
Neat.
High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Captain Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I like it.
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Ooh, level up. Anti-Cleo Management Training. Skill improvements. Every time you level up, you earn skill points to spend on improving your skills. Hence, skill points. Spending a skill point on a core skill improves all of the specialized skills in that group, up to a maximum of 50. After 50, you can add skill points directly to specialized skills, up to 100. Every skill improves as it grows, but special unlock bonuses occur every 20 points. Read each skill description to see what they are. Armor, consumables, and status effects can temporarily raise or lower your skills. This helps or hurts skill checks and the skill's passive bonuses, but won't give or take away the skill unlocks. Work diligently, improve yourself, and you too can achieve middle management. You've been promoted. Level up. Congratulations! You've earned enough experience to go up a level. Open your character ledger and advance your character. Leveling up increases your health points, gives you points to upgrade your skills, as well as gives you access to a new perk at every other level. Keep leveling, and you'll be upper management material in no time. All right. What do I want to boost? Oh, I've got 10 points. Sure. Time dilation location hits. You have unlocked the location hit effect for tactical time dilation. Oh, that sounds an awful lot like VATS. Hitting enemies in different locations during TTD maims or cripples those body parts. Try different locations to see the different effects. Hits to the chest produce different effects when using different weapons. Neat. I'm going to take a poke around the ship before I go.
If your equipment is in need of repair or... I suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really.
Cool. Sleep. Perk points. Auntie Cleo specialized management seminars. Selecting perks. Welcome to the perk selection. On this screen, you can choose which perks. My son is being attacked by our cat. He got him off the desk. Welcome to perk selection. On this screen, you can choose which perks to buy with your perk points. You get a new perk point to spend every 2 levels. You can also acquire perk points through gameplay, such as by accepting a flaw. Interesting. Acquiring 5 new perks makes the next tier of perks available to you. Oh, cool. So it's like a talent tree. What have we got? Toughness. So healthier. Oh, wow. That's a big boost. Slow the world. TTD lasts longer. Interesting. Lone wolf. Sometimes you're the only person you can trust, and that's okay. You deal increased damage when adventuring alone. 25% walk speed. 20% sprint speed. 25% weapon or durability loss, lower. 15% companion crit chance. Lower vendor prices, maybe. XP from companion kills. Unlock the ability to fast travel when encumbered. That will be useful later. Faster time. Faster TTD recharge. Cool. 50 kilos carrying capacity. Vendors have more stock. Neat. And 5 base armor rating. Gonna take base health. Living longer is always better. Toss ball stick. Okay. Item repair. Keeping your company gear in tip-top shape is expected. Something new. you're carrying needs repair. You can repair weapons and armor at a workbench using weapons and armor parts. Get them from breaking down unwanted items. Players with the engineering skill can repair their gear without the need of a workbench. Interesting. Repairing an item returns it to 100% durability and full effectiveness, ready to cause or prevent maximum damage. Oh, I got another light pistol. Interesting. I've got 3 pistols. Alright. I've got swords. Shotgun needs repaired. Okay. Fair bit of ammo there too. Okay. Finish checking for goodies and then I'll hit the bench. Climbing's pretty straightforward. Love these guys' art styles.
These surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them.
No privacy on this ship. Jeez, she's everywhere. Hope she doesn't go all HAL 9000 on me. Cool. I wonder... Does food spoil? Doesn't seem to. Okay, I gotta see if there's a button to put my gun away. Ah, hold R to holster. Okay. There we go. Sealed.
These are the crew's quarters. Alex
Sealed.
preferred to travel alone, but he always had me. Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
It's not very helpful. Workbench tutorial. Welcome to the Crux 2000 Workbench. The Workbench allows you to repair, upgrade, and modify your weapons and armor, keeping you combat ready and in tip-top shape at all times. On each screen, first select the weapon or armor that you wish to work on, then choose what you want to do to it. Repair it, break it down for parts, modify it with a mod, or tinker to upgrade it. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna repair. Okay, that's all the swords. They're all exactly the same. Interesting. Oh, it won't let me. Oh, because it's equipped. Got it. Not enough parts. Alright, but all my kit's repaired. That's good. There's another door up here I wanted to check out.
The ship's engines cannot be powered until a replacement regulator has been properly installed.
Okay, now I know where I'm putting the regulator when I get it.
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
Awkward. Alright, let's go to town.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. I'm afraid we gotta dock your pay.
You got it all wrong. I'm a Starship Safety Inspector.
Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I'd report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
It's becoming nighttime. Oh, it's so pretty. Lots of settlements. Okay.
Huh? You hiding? You scared? Hilda!
Ducked a little too late there. Oh, they killed people. That's not very nice. I know, what kind of marauders would they be, right? Oh, oh, this planet's got a ring. Oh, that's super cool. Let's look down on our destination from above, shall we? If it'll let me. You know, these planets are awfully close together.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Hold it, right?
What's this about?
Whoops. Don't steal stuff. I'm gonna go with Persuade. I was just leaving. And I clicked the wrong button. I don't remember what option 2 was. Oh, lie.
Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's Marauder territory, friend. Your
My
pod?
pod just crashed.
What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
Why does it seem like everybody's trying to sell me something? Going with the lie again.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight
Definitely
for
not
where
the
do I
junior
find
in
it?
humor, that's for sure.
Power regulator.
If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Depends on the work. You offering me a job?
Edgewater is a company town, board owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
He's looking for a knee breaker. You're
Company
making
policy.
people pay for their graves.
If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge.
Why can't you collect these fees yourself?
Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know?
Alright, I'll
Four
collect your
workers
fees.
still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Why is Abernathy a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Where can I find these people?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
I don't know what this symbol means. Oh! Oh, neat. I can can't see the conversation history. That's cool.
Yeah.
Something else I wanted to ask you about. This town must be in pretty bad shape if it's keeping you
You
employed.
could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
You're not worried about falling sick?
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
How long have you been a junior inhuman or gravedigger? Whatever.
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. The only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
You lose a lot of people to marauders?
Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
What are they after? Loot?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna dock my pay.
Thanks for your time. Because that was just weird. Adrena will always be equipped in your hail unless you run out. Neat. Edgewater discovered. Ooh, something chunky there. I promise before my next stream I will check my graphics settings and make sure that it's running on the right card here.
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
Oh, sick house. Yeah, no thanks. Barber shop. Unlabeled. Cantina.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you.
General store. Walked past the cantina. I guess I should go in and check it out. That guy's got a name.
Never seen you here before. You a visitor? Welcome. On behalf of the Spacer's Choice family, let me welcome you to where am I again?
Edgewater.
Edgewater, jewel of the Vale. May the law bless our beloved cannery with 100 years of, what's it called? Productivity. That's the one. Yep, that's us. Productive.
Think you've had a little too much to drink.
Oh, it's fine. I'm only on my 3rd bottle. I don't start heaving up my guts as long as I can count to 3. Company lets me imbibe as much zero-G brew as I can afford. Even gave me a discount on account of my injury. You jealous yet?
You were injured?
Yep. Got my mid stuck in a rotor wheel. Shredded my wrist up real good. Conrad went and sewed up my hand, but I couldn't do much about the pain. Boss was real generous to me, though. Got myself a 5% discount on zero-G brew. After the 2nd bottle, the only pain I feel is emotional.
You sound like you need a surgeon.
Hey, Conrad's a surgeon. Well, he's a barber. That's like surgery, but for your hair.
I'll leave you be.
You read the latest report?
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
If only McDevitt's folk hadn't abandoned us. Cannery could use those X-rays.
Nothing we can do about that.
Sure there is. We can have another zero-G.
Cool. Storage room. It's like Christmas. I'm a swiper. Compass, interesting. Yeesh, I'm a downright criminal in this game. Just suppose it's through here. Oh, upper balcony. Cool. Oh, I picked this place clean. Feel a little bit guilty. Wow. This game's setting up to be real freaking dark.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Take it easy, Mr. Thompson didn't send me.
And what are you doing here? Visiting? Well, let me give you the grand tour. This here's my domicile, and there's the door.
Polite. So you're Martin Abernathy?
What? No. I mean, I might be. That depends on who's asking.
Not looking for trouble. I'm just here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
Knows what? Or do I go with the lie? What kind of person do I want to be here? Dude's sick and dying, and I'm coming after him for money for his own grave. Knows what?
Dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching, and soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
You're being paranoid.
I am? Law, help me. Paranoia is one of the plague's known symptoms. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
Depends on what you need.
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work. That's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Not so fast. I've got some questions.
I'll do what I can.
I assume there are guards.
You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
What can you tell me about the Marauders?
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly.
Why can't you just buy some medicine yourself?
I tried medicating myself with Adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy.
In other words, the company won't treat you because you're already sick.
More like the company won't treat me because I'm not healthy enough.
I've heard enough.
So you'll do it then?
I'll do it.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
You're taking an awful risk trusting me, you know.
I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
I'll leave you be.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Who the hell?
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
Using the medical skill. He's got symptoms of something. You're saying it's psychosomatic.
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
What do you need it for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Let me worry about that.
Alright, here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
I get it. You need someone to smuggle you medicine under the table.
Something like that. Look, I'm not in the habit of law breaking, but sometimes you've got to do the wrong thing for the right reasons. That's all I can ask of you.
Wanted, Bertie Cotton from the Spacer's Choice Department of Retirement. A writ of execution effective immediately for Bert Cotton, former vicar stationed in Edgewater Vicarage, no longer in good standing with Halcyon Branch Order of Scientific Inquiry. At large and dangerous. Wanted for destruction of company property, murder of company workers in good standing, sedition, and unauthorized use of medical supplies. Generous bounty, payment on delivery. Must be able to sign your own name. See Constable Rays for details. Wanted, Guillaume Gil Antrim. Spacious Choice Department of Retirement. A writ of execution, effective immediately, for Guillaume Antrim, former Spacer's Choice Associate Mechanic, terminated from his position and escorted from Edgewater on grounds of unauthorized use of adrenatime. Wanted for destruction of company property, murder of workers in good standing, theft, and unauthorized use of medical supplies. Cool. Any others? No. Okay.
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today.
Don't let the boss catch you saying that.
Staying long?
Let's go see the constable. It's a terminal. Let's talk to the haircut.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
Holy crap. Got some questions for you if you don't mind.
As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
So who do you work for? Spacer's Choice or Edgewater?
If this is a setup to a joke, you should know I've never found anything amusing in my life. I don't serve Edgewater. Edgewater and the entire region of Emerald Vale serve Spacer's Choice.
Who does Spacer's Choice answer to?
Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which occupies a seat on the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, also known as the Board. I must admit it bothers me that you don't already know this.
So you're basically a bureaucrat.
Flattery won't get you anywhere with me. The bureaucracy is a noble profession, but not all of us are gifted enough to serve in it.
Does the name Phineas Wells mean anything
His
to
likeness
you?
decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual?
He's a scientist. We're
I am
acquainted.
obliged to warn you against forming acquaintanceships, friendships, partnerships, or any felicitous relationship with a wanted criminal. I am also obliged to inform you of our referral program. For every criminal you refer to the authorities, the board will reward you.
Wells saved my life. I want to know why the board wants him dead.
I'm obliged to remind you that questioning the veracity of the board's orders is a punishable offense. Consider this your last warning.
I'm not on Wells' side. I want to know if the bounty's worth the trouble.
Unfortunately, the arrest of Mr. Wells falls outside my authority. I enforce the company policy of Spacer's Choice in the region of Emerald Vale. Wells is wanted by the board. If you have information related to the location of Phineas V. Wells, you are required to submit that information to your nearest board authority.
I assumed you were the nearest board authority.
I represent Spacer's Choice. Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which is itself a member of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board. Also, I specialize in processing fingerprints, so unless you're carrying Wells's finger on you, there's not a lot I can do for you.
Bloody hell. There's another thing. If you need help with your Marauder
As a
problem,
Spacer's Choice
I'm for hire.
constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Fun, fun, fun. This is terminal. Okay, I guess that's where I check bounties.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
Maintenance division. Ooh, yeah, there we go. There's a workbench. Modifications. To install your mod, first select the item you wish to upgrade, then choose the type of mod you wish to install. Finally, pick the mod and install, and boom, you've upgraded your item. Both weapons and armor can be modified. Mods can't be removed once they're used, so put them on your favorite gear. Fun, fun, fun. Mod do we have? Magazine chargers. Oh, changes the weapons. Oh, neat. There we go. What else have we got in here? The hell? Oh, another terminal. What's this thing? I don't know. Spacer's Choice. When life gives you lemons, consider it a free trial from your friends at Spacer's Choice. Cute. Three open trouble tickets. Interesting. Okay, so he's over at the Tannery. Mock apple juice. Indumati? Interesting. Oh boy. Bypass shunt? Okay. All these washrooms with nothing in them. Dude's got a Chinese checkers board. Melee weapon mod grip. All right.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got in.
Just between us, Wilson deserted. Lost his nerve. Ran off in the thick of night.
You kidding me? Damn.
Always thought he was made of scary stuff.
I think he was plagued. Guess he didn't want to die in the sick house.
Plague? Oh, shit. I had some of the salt tuna.
You moron.
Okay. The cannery. Edgewater Saltuna Cannery. Lost and found. Found. One left hand severed at the wrist. Some bone damage and cheese. People, this is their second unscheduled amputation in as many months. Please exercise caution and safety around machinery. Maintenance fees will be deducted from your pay. Frickin' hell. Vending machines. Vending machines offer a variety of items to purchase, mostly from one company. A hack skill of 20 or higher allows you to sell the items on the vending machine. Oh. Sorry, to the vending machine. Restricted items on a vendor can only be purchased when you have a high enough reputation with the associated faction or a hack skill of 40 or higher. Cool. Junk. Ah, hold Z and it sells it all. Nice. I don't even know how many credits I've... Oh, 205 up top there. Tartarus sauce. Oh, jeez. Interesting. Neat.
Just gotta keep our heads up.
If I come back when she's not there. Blue slips, pink slips, cute.
I don't have time for this.
It's alright. We got a lot to do.
Don't make me report you to Mr. Thompson.
Oh yeah, it's Mr. Thompson. I gotta see. Another vending machine. Ooh, and a broken vending machine. Nice. Oof. Not an ad. Look at all those toys. Another light pistol. Ooh, water. Water's good.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Ooh, bit of a glitch there.
Foreman Granger, mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you. Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame though. Eugene was a good worker.
You said this guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
Thought you said you were his closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines.
Bloody hell.
Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
What are they going to do? Arrest his corpse?
When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
Frig. Would have? You didn't?
Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
I'll let you get back to work. it's her terminal. Merit-based medical assistance. Jeez. Hacked it. Tenderfoot, cute. Yeesh.
Just gotta keep our heads up.
Oh well, crap. It's the door I came in. Dehydrated water tablets. Jeez.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
That's disturbing.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
So you read, I was told I should talk to you. Ooh, no, I'll wait until you're finished.
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
Are you Reed? I was told I should talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I don't work for Spacer's
Of course
Choice.
not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Frying myself?
Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
I don't think these people take kindly to losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
If you want me to solve your deserter problem, I charge by the head.
Good law, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Can't make any promises.
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Sure, I could use the help.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. Companions, CMP, a new manager seminar. You've gained a companion. They are characters that join you in your adventures and help in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support. Companions enhance their skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying capacity. You can unlock special companion combat abilities with the inspiration skill. Learn more about your companions in the companion ledger.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Guess we're still technically in his office space. Huh. This is Streamlabs OBS. Oh, there it is, live for 2 hours. Alright, so that
Hey,
is
mister,
about
can
time.
we talk? Sorry. Can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about the deserters, so what's the other side of it?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got big issues.
Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Alright folks, I am going to run to the vicar's door, and that is where I'm going to call it a night.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
Oop, that's the botanical lab. That's not where I was going.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Alright, and this is where we will call it. I look forward to seeing you folks tomorrow evening, where we will pick up and continue on. Once again, thanks to you, those of you who are watching, and have a good night. Godspeed.